Vanessa.
And we are Orderly. So today we want to talk about
feeling enough. Yeah, I think imposter syndrome is something that many of us struggle with, right?
Yeah. I can totally relate. Like,
what is imposter syndrome?
Based on some definitions, we found it's like there's a mismatch between how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you.
And mainly characterized by self-doubt, right? It's when, for example, like you might be a very successful person in your field, but you're constantly feeling like a fraud. Like you're not there because of your merits. Rather you're there because
Maybe
luck or like
someone helped you.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly.
you don't think it's
your own skills or your own proficiency in whatever you're doing.
Correct. Yeah. I think this term has been like going around. I think there's a lot of awareness around imposter syndrome, right? So I think when I reflect back on when I experienced that, I think mainly it comes up when like around business. Like when we started Orderly, I think I mean, yes, we were winging it for a big part of it lah. Yeah, but
I mean, who's not winging life, right?
Yeah.
Like even as a mom also, right? Like I mean, even now I'm winging it. I was winging it in the beginning. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what more with a business? I think it also it feels a bit strange when you look at other people who have like very successful businesses already, then you look at yourself, you're like, I'm just a little old me. I'm just a normal person.
Yeah,
but then what do I know?
But then when people tell us about how much we have inspired them to do this, do that, right? Then I'm like,
really?
Wow, we created such a big impact. I'm so grateful, but at the same time, you like question and doubt yourself, right? Yeah, but and I realize, it's good that we have each other to always remind each other of how much we have accomplished.
You're very good at like hyping me up, because I'm always the one who's like, actually I don't know I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. I mean, I do know what I'm doing, but I just tell myself that what if this is not the best, or what if this is like not good enough, and then I think I try to minimize myself a lot. Even when I'm talking to people, I try and like, I know it's not a very good habit, especially for ladies, but I always apologize first, even though like I'm not done anything wrong. Apparently it's very bad. For like how people perceive you. But to like when I do it, it's kind of like I'm trying to like I don't want to intrude. Sorry, I don't want to disturb. But yeah, it's not very nice lah.
Have you then, ever since you realized that, do you try to like stop saying
Sometimes
sorry
I try,
less?
yeah. So one thing that I've started doing less is exclamation marks.
Okay.
That's one thing. Because like when you text, then you like, you don't want to sound harsh, so you put exclamation marks in the full stops, right? So now I've been trying to do more full stops.
Okay.
And then less emojis, slightly less.
Okay.
And then trying to apologize less also. So instead of like it's so sorry for taking so long, it's thank you for your patience. Or like thanks for your understanding. Thank you for like waiting. Instead of like saying
that's
sorry.
a good switch. Same. I'm very mindful of that. So now I'm also trying to like say sorry less. Doing that switch that you said is really useful. But I think that's why we make a good team, because like we're quite opposites. You're the more like pessimistic, analytical one. Then I'm like the optimist, always like spurring us on. You're like, can or not? I'm like, can.
I'm like, I don't think so. Let's like think a little bit more.
No, I'm like, can, just do. But it's and I realize once you're in it, it's also very hard to break out of it, because you're constantly like questioning yourself. Good enough? Is it good enough? Did I do something wrong?
Which is where the perfectionism comes in again, because like again, I want this idea of like I'm the perfect person. Everything I do I excel in. I'm like the best at everything, which is not possible lah. But it's just this idea that like once like it starts as a little seed in your mind that you want to achieve this, and then everything that you don't do that helps you to reinforce that then becomes negative feedback again, right? It's like this negative feedback loop where then I can't do it properly, then maybe I'm not perfect. Of course I'm not lah, like who is, right? But you just keep thinking to yourself you want to be perfect, right? So then then it just becomes like, oh, maybe I'm not so good after all, like maybe I'm just like I don't know anything lah, you know, like I'm not an
Yeah.
expert. Then like who do I ask to like for help with this? But
Right.
maybe they also don't want to answer me because you know who am I? I'm just a small fry. Yeah.
So recently, we watched this movie Duka on Disney.
Oh
Did
yes,
you
yes, yes.
watch? So
Yeah.
at there was a part that that Alberto said Silencio
Yeah.
Bruno.
Silencio
Yeah.
Bruno. Yeah.
So now I've been when my daughter
Silencio Brunoing
yeah,
yourself.
I've been Silencio Brunoing not myself, my daughter, because he
Oh,
tends to
have self doubt.
or like negative thoughts, and I was like, is that your brain talking or is that Bruno talking? And
Oh
she's like,
wow.
Bruno. And then
Oh,
yesterday she was quite upset about something, and then she said, I want to throw Bruno away. Then I
so
said,
cute.
I don't think you can throw Bruno away, but then you can like
Silencio Bruno.
yeah,
So
basically
cute.
Bruno is the negative voice in your head
that tells you not to do something.
yeah, or that you're not good enough, just
Yeah.
negative talk, right?
Yes.
But we gave that. So basically it's to call this person, give this person a name,
Yeah.
and just call this person out so that you are more aware about it.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it helps trying to
Yeah.
build that habit with her, that you know it's not to hide it away or like you know
You can't kill
avoid
it.
it. You can't kill it exactly.
Yeah. It'll always be there. It's just how to manage it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like when we talk about feeling enough, right, it also bleeds into like other, like I think I feel it a lot as when I was growing up, because our parents' generation, it's all about merit.
Yeah.
Doing well for studies,
Exactly.
going to good school,
Yeah.
getting A's. And of course, yes, those are important, and we all did fairly well academically. But then it's like when you're older, and then especially after you become a mom, you realize that's not it, right? That's not everything. But at the same time,
so ingrained in us. It's so hard
to break out of it.
Exactly.
Like I realized how afraid of making mistakes I am.
Me too.
Yeah. And like I'm so aware now, but I don't want my daughter to do the same. But I think subconsciously, I still say things that show that very perfectionistic trait of me. Yeah, like, oh, maybe you want to submit another drawing to the teacher instead. So she's like, oh, I want to submit. Okay, then I'm like, okay, it's okay to be imperfect, you know? Yeah, but then yeah, so even now in the things we do, like going back to social media again, a lot of it is, can it be put out if it's good enough, or must it be perfect before it can be posted, you know, that kind of things. Yeah, so it's not easy, right? And I'm sure everybody like feels it.
In some sense, yeah. Even at your job, I feel like some of you are really probably like you have subordinates or you're doing very well at your job, but you probably still doubt yourself, like actually I don't know what I'm doing, but you do. And then like, oh, maybe like because my boss likes me, or because like I'm just very lucky in the things I do. Even I still doubt myself. Yeah, so backstory is I teach also. I have my center together with my partner, and we like I've been teaching. This year will be my 14th year already. But like I'm busier than ever with a lot more classes, but sometimes I still feel like, oh, maybe like after a few more lessons they won't like me, or like after today's lesson, yeah, maybe they don't like the lesson, then they won't come anymore because they don't like me anymore, or like they don't think like I'm a very effective teacher. I still tell, like sometimes this voice still like talks to me in my head, and yeah, it's just
hopefully not so often.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I think we just need to find ways to deal with it, like Silencio Bruno.
Yeah.
What are some ways,
okay,
like, you think?
It's actually the opposite, which is to celebrate the wins. Because I think what a lot of us forget to do is to acknowledge our accomplishments.
That's true.
Even the smallest things.
Yeah.
Like for example, you know, for orderly, right? When we have a client who is very happy with the outcome, writes a good review, then, you know, I always try to share. But at the same time, when you share or you talk about it, you must like feel it.
Yes.
That, wow, you know, our teammates did so well, or I did so well for this project. And the more you acknowledge your own achievements, your efforts, not really the outcome though, I think it's more of the journey, like the efforts, the process, then it will start to build a healthier, like positive reinforcement kind of thing, that you know, out of any situation, out of any circumstance, there's a big part of it is always positive. The negative part is always like 1% or like 0.5% away only. But we all tend to like amplify that 0.5, 1% to become like 90%, you know, because we are so focused on it. Yeah. So I think maybe it's not so much about silencing Bruno, but it may be amplifying the good voice, the positive voice in your head.
Do you do that for yourself, or I think it might help if like we do it for others also, but it's so hard to like...
When you do it for others, right, they may not feel it.
Yeah.
You know, quite a few of some of
Like,
our
"Aiya,
colleagues. No lah. Like very hard to receive compliments, you know.
It's so hard to take a compliment, you're right.
Yeah, so like I was sharing with you also that I have a friend, she left, she stopped being a stay-home mom and she went out to work. She did so well in her first year, and she received some award and all that, but she feels like it's luck. She feels like it's not by her efforts or by, you know, how amazing she is at her work. So the more we say, it's not gonna help. You must feel it from
yourself,
deep down.
right?
Yeah. So I feel it helps when you start for yourself first and then you share it with like say your husband. Hey, today
So even if you don't believe it, just say it.
Kind of, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Until it becomes
like
until
true
it actually
to you.
sits in. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. I think until it becomes true to you.
Wow.
Like for example, like you're trying to say sorry less, right?
Yeah.
So if just one incident or an email or a text, you're like, hey, I didn't text sorry I said thank you for your patience. I didn't say sorry I'm late. Yeah. Then that's a small win. You may not feel it now, but you can say it out and then it accumulates. Yeah. Then you grow that voice, that positive voice in your head.
But it's so hard for us, like Singaporeans, to take compliments, right?
It
so
is.
even when like people say, "Oh, you're so blah blah blah," then you're like, "Ayah, no lah." It's like something else.
I know.
Yeah.
So must switch it.
Yeah.
We must.
I think we must be able to like, from now on, we say when someone compliments me, I'll just say thank you and accept it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like how people say what, then you want to accept, right?
Yes.
So when people say,
yeah,
wow, Vanessa, your house is so beautiful.
I'll say thank you so much. I put in a lot of effort into decorating it on my own.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Or like just, oh, thank you. You know, like just.
I think the fear is always that we come across as very 好脸, like very show off or very like, arrogant,
thing,
right?
hor.
I think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's because like we hear maybe our parents or like people gossiping about these people, and then we feel like, oh, I don't want to become like them.
Right.
So then we try to start like minimizing ourselves, and then that's where it starts maybe.
But we know it's not true.
Yeah, again, nobody cares about like all these things. Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's just Bruno.
Yeah, it's just Bruno.
Yeah. So I feel like,
or like even if they say that about you, so what?
I know.
Right. Like that's their opinion.
Yeah, lor.
Right.
And you don't even know these people.
Yeah. Or like even if you don't know them, then so what? Right?
Correct, lor.
I'm sure like during Chinese New Year or something, relatives will be like,
making
hey, this person,
comments.
blah, blah, blah. I mean, we see them once a year. If these relatives truly love you, then they won't be saying things like that, right? And, yeah.
And even like, you know, this whole concept of like self-doubt, imposter syndrome and feeling enough, like, I think because now my daughter just entered primary school, right? I'm very worried that she might also become very like
self-conscious.
Or like she has too much of a spirit for excellence and then just wants to like, oh, I must be the best. If not, I'm not good enough. You know? So I think
it's a girl thing, you know.
I know.
Because my son is so like, you know, whatever. Then I asked him that day, do you think you want to be a prefect or like a class monitor? No, never. It's okay. I just want to do my own thing and just go through primary school like that. It's like, wow.
Is he more like your husband, maybe?
I think so, maybe. Just want to just cruise easily. Just do things the most chill and easy way possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing lah.
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Just
but I realize a lot of guys are like that.
Oh.
Yeah, like zero like problems in their head. Just cruise through life. But it's so nice and carefree, you know. I really envy them, leh.
I know, right?
Yeah, I wish I could be like that also, you know.
It's possible, leh.
Yeah.
I felt like when
ask me to like hang out with them more, is it?
you need to hang out with me more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think I wasn't like that all my life.
Yeah.
The switch came after I had the burnout like in 2023
Yeah.
or so. When I realized that I was chasing success, so-called success, external success, visual success. And then I realized actually don't matter to me leh.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah, that's so if I'm there.
Yeah.
Actually we think we're chasing the the definition of success to many people are like the external rewards, like a bigger house, a certain amount of salary, a certain job title. But a lot of times we're actually chasing the feeling of what we will experience when we get that. We think we'll be happier. We think we will feel more accomplished when we get promoted, when we move to a bigger house, when you get that car. But once you get it, you realize normal,
yeah.
and then okay, what's next?
Yeah.
You start chasing more and more and more. Then when is it ever enough?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I think it's very important for us to really know what is enough in like all aspects of our life, like finances, personal time, your happiness, even like physical things, like we said, our kids don't need much toys.
Yeah, correct.
It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, but maybe many people might think it's not enough, or that they don't even think about that.
Yeah.
They're not aware about that, and they might just consume, and then when it gets too much, then they get overwhelmed. Yeah, but it's really like having that awareness of what is enough for you, and then be at peace with that. Because enoughness, I mean, if it's not a word, if it is a word, if enoughness is gonna look different for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
And that's okay.
I think another thing that I also read recently is in the book by Kelly. I forgot her surname. Kelly from the she's the parenting. She does the parenting. She was a journalist, and then so her book is called The World May
Singaporean?
The World May say this, but I believe that. So one of the phrases that were inside was that you either win or you learn. So it's not win or lose, but like when you fail or when you lose, it's just an opportunity to learn.
Just a data point.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, you might achieve something, you might win something. But you know, the person who doesn't win still get something out of it. They still
a learning experience.
Yeah,
exactly. I love that. You don't win or you don't lose, you learn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good like reframe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I think we've yapped enough about feeling enough.
Yes.
I hope this episode helps you to, you know, gain a bit more like awareness and clarity around this whole concept of like
feeling inadequate,
imposter syndrome, and like really hope this serves as a gentle reminder that feeling enough only comes from within. Yeah, and no matter what other people say, or no matter what anyone say, or no matter how nice your home may look, or how big of a house you may stay, or your job title, it may never be enough
if you decide that it's not enough.
Yeah, so it all comes from within.
Yes.
Okay,
so we love everybody.
Yeah,
we are enough.
Thank you. See you again in the next episode.
Bye.